Hello, hello, and welcome to Art Snack. Art Snack is that time of day when we take just a short break from a hectic schedule to talk about art. Oh my God, that is amazing. So it's actually moving. Remember to hit that subscribe button for daily and consistent content. Hello, hello, and welcome to Art Snack. Art Snack is that time of day when we take just a short break from our hectic schedule to talk about art. My name is Jennylynd James, and I'm an artist who enjoys painting singers, musicians, and dancers in acrylic and making them come alive on the canvas. With me today, all the way from Jamaica, is Sana Rose. Hello, Sana.
Hi, Jennylynd. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you too for inviting me.
Well, Sana, tell us a little bit about how you got started as an artist.
All right, so as a child, I drew on everything. I collected a lot of things. Nothing made its way into the into the garbage before my parents would say, do you want this? Because I'm always drawing and making greeting cards, doing something. So I didn't really have a perception of art as something that you could do. It was just something I just did naturally.
Yes.
As I went to high school, because I started out telling persons that I wanted to be a teacher when I grew up. And then I got interested in fashion designing. And so I did clothing and textiles at high school. And so I took art class to learn how to draw the figure. And then I started liking art class more than clothing and textiles.
That's how it works. Okay.
And then it snowballed from there to where I saw myself going to art school. And so eventually I transitioned to attend Edna Manley College.
Okay, and for those who don't know, Edna Manley College of the Arts is a prestigious art school in Jamaica. Is it in Kingston?
Yes, it is.
Yes, in Kingston, Jamaica. Very good. And so what is your favorite medium when it comes to painting?
I used to do oil painting.
Yes.
I used to use oils a lot. I probably will go back to it one day, but I found the immediacy of acrylics to be really good. And there's a lot of mediums and all kinds of things you can buy to use it with. So I find it very versatile. So I've been using acrylics now for about 2 years.
Right, right. Very good. And do you have some art to show us today? Let's see.
Yes, so there's one here behind me. So most of my work has to do with the human experience, mostly from the female perspective.
Yes.
And it's kind of a little bit about that space between the old you and the new you. So this kind of liminal space between, I call it when you're becoming. So as we go through different phases in our lives, we transition from one phase to the next. So there's always this kind of tentative feeling in the work. The person is kind of suspended in space and time. And so this is one of those. I have a lot of texture on it. I have collage. I really love collage and assemblage.
Okay. Yes. So what material would you have in this work?
So I have, these are collage elements here. I have paint, and I also have used paper here, paper, I can't remember the name.
So paper and paint, and is there fabric
lots of paper, yes. No fabric in this one, so quite a bit of texture is on the surface.
Okay.
And so it's several layers built up.
Right, right. What's you have a name for this particular image?
I don't remember all the titles.
That's okay. That's okay. That means you're a prolific artist. You have so much work. But it looks like some sort of space walking. I don't know. But anyway, please show us another sample of your
Right.
work.
So here's another one. So it kind of, this one probably demonstrates more that tentative feeling of time and space.
Yes.
So I kind of took a little bit of leeway from cubism for a bit there in terms of the angles of the body and twisting the body. So you're kind of seeing the body at different angles. And in the background, almost like this kind of fiery feeling it turned into. I don't start necessarily with a preconceived idea. I just start looking for images, and
Yes.
whatever speaks to me, I cut them out, I tear them, and then I just start playing with them on the surface until something
Okay.
right. And then, one mark after the next, then you figure out how to resolve it.
Yes, yes.
Right.
Yes, I like that creative process. I do it myself to have an approximation of what I want to paint, but not the exact image. I know some artists like to actually sketch the work, then paint, but I seldom do that.
I was a fan of surrealism for quite a while, and I like that whole tapping into the subconscious kind of thing. So I like to give myself that space before the conscious starts to enter the picture.
Yes, yes.
So this work is probably more aligned to some of the work that I used to do, where it had a lot of female images in there. This has the heart. Sometimes my work tends to have a lot of interior spaces and some architectural elements. Something about the domesticity of spaces and being at home, or in terms of home within yourself. So there's all kinds of ideas around that.
Okay.
Right.
And this the character there, I have to put on my glasses. Let's see. Oh.
So she has the heart wrapped around here. So there's usually in older works, I used to have two images. So that because of that becoming thing, the before and after, or the before and transitional person. So there's that kind of tension happening and conversation happening. Bodies here.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so here again, also collage. Some of these are images that I created from what we call frottage, rubbing, as we would know it in the Caribbean, when you rub on the texture of objects with a pencil.
Oh.
That's how it came to be. And
so is it are the limbs like a tree, a branch?
Yes, so that's actually collage down there. So I managed to get it to harmonize with each other, so you can't tell what's drawn unless you come up close to it.
Right. Oh. And so what
material domestic elements, you will start seeing furniture in the work, that kind of thing. So there was a time when I was into trees as well.
Oh, okay, right. And for the tree itself, at the bottom part, what material did you use?
So here again, graphite, which is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Yeah. And collage here. So all of this down here is collaged. Down here.
Yes.
And then you have the various other images there.
Okay.
All right. So this is along the same kind of tree image. And the heart again becoming one of those images. There are sometimes I reuse some of the same kinds of symbolic, that become part of my iconography over time. There was a time when I was really into the spine and the symbolism of that as a symbol of courage. Here, the heart once the heart stops beating, you're no longer around. So it has all kinds of potent meanings around that.
And then the branch of the tree for the limbs.
Right.
Okay.
That carries with it symbolism about growth. It looks like dried trees as well. So again, in that suspended space of becoming versus the old you kind of ideas.
Okay.
Yeah. So here you'll find also that I a lot of red is in my work.
Okay.
Maybe not so much of what I showed you earlier, but
yes.
Looking at the female again, something that's kind of coming into the work now is the female experience and the body almost as object versus a person. And so here you have these male parts of bodies here. You have the female here in a just kind of sexually suggestive pose, but at the same time, someone feeling her body is accessible, and so the person is trying to pinch her body,
Okay.
access to touching and that kind of thing.
Yes.
I don't know if it's specifically a Caribbean thing, but it's certainly a Jamaican thing.
Okay, right. And more collage.
So one last piece here. This has more of the furniture type of element.
Yes.
With the female form again, and the idea of becoming, yes, but at the same time talking about the body and its accessibility and having that choice to be yourself versus being an object then.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing your work with us. Very interesting themes and use of material too in the collage work. Thank you. And so I know you're a teacher. Tell us a little bit about your practice as an art educator.
Okay, so in my former job, I was in arts management for a number of years, and I used to train a lot of artists and art teachers. I used to run programs to train them.
Yes.
And I really started to enjoy that part of the job a lot more. And so teaching at Edna Manley College just gives me the opportunity to kind of hone in on that part of it, of the work that I really like.
Yes.
So now I'm interacting with tertiary level students who are on their way to becoming art teachers. And so I teach in the art education department.
Yes.
And so I'm interfacing with teachers in training.
Okay.
And so I'm also teaching as well. So it's kind of a way to model and also to question your own practice. I found that as a teacher now, a lot of the things that I'm saying to students, I'm also questioning myself about those things, and also having to not just say make art, but also make art.
Make art at the same time. Yes. Very good. Because as you teach the teachers, you wonder, okay, well, what am I doing? So it's a good, maybe a good catalyst for you to continue with your art practice. So,
definitely.
Well, how can viewers see more of your work?
So right now I'm on Instagram at Sana_Rose. That's SANA_ROSE_artist on Instagram. I'm also on Gmail. You can email me at SanaRoseArtist, no underscore at all.
Okay.
Gmail.com. So the website is in the making. So that is
very good. So I will put your contact information here on the screen. And thank you so much, Sana Rose, for meeting with me today and showing us your wonderful artwork.
Thank you too. Thank you for the opportunity.
You're most welcome. Viewers, I would like to invite you to my upcoming workshop, Artist DIY, Helping Emerging Artists to Succeed. And you'll find information in the description box. You can also see more of my work on Instagram and Facebook at Art by Jennylynd James. That's Art by Jennylynd James. And on my website, jennylyndjames.com/art. That's all we have time for today. Remember to hit the subscribe button. Hit that button for daily and consistent content. Thank you again, and bye-bye, everybody.